What's in your pockets? Yes, this is part of my series that I do where I talk about the magic that I carry with me, and we're going to do a little bit of a breakdown today and talk about one piece of that magic. So why don't we go ahead and jump below here? Woo, buddies, look at that.
Awesome!
We've got buttons to push and it makes noises, so we got to do it, right? Okay, so basically what I carry on a daily basis is I carry some coins, a deck of cards that I switch out depending on how I'm feeling, my wallet. I don't carry the wand. I was just playing around with that. My phone, of course, and I've got my rings on and things like that. So I can do magic with all of this stuff. So why don't I go ahead and show you one of the tricks that I do? For instance, I might be dressed up today in my colorful Legos, right? But I like the sleek quality of the black, classic black, right? It's very nice. Now, when you take this black wallet, for instance, and you, oh, sorry, this is the brown wallet. Sorry. Brown is good too. Brown is beautiful. Tell you what, here it is, okay? Now, so when you take the brown wallet, and you can see that I only carry the two things in here. I carry the red card like that, right? Now, when you take the red card in the red wallet, yeah, you've got the red wallet. Now, the card can represent any card, but before we get to that, we really need to, make some magic happen, right? So, oh, look at that. It's green. That was definitely, green is where the money's at. I'll tell you what. That's where you really get started with the green. Okay. Now, before we get to the card, I want you to think of a card. But before we get to that, just imagine a card, and we'll get back to that in a second. Now, the real question here for all of this is, what color is the wallet? Yeah, what color is the wallet? I'm not sure what I'm doing now. I'm kind of missing my plot point here. But that's okay. I think I've got it backwards. Maybe it's like this. Nope, it's like this. What color is the wallet? Boom. It's all the colors. It's all the colors. We kind of messed up the ending, but that's okay. What is happening? There it is. Okay. Where's the technical difficulties thing when you need it? Anyway, you've been thinking about a card, right? Any card. And would it be kind of impressive if I had that card in my wallet this whole time? Well, that's why we have the deck of cards out here, because we're going to play a little game of high low, right? So this is going to be the card that you pick. That's going to be the eight of diamonds. The eight of diamonds. Well, you're in luck, because we did in fact have the eight of diamonds on your card here. Look at this. Oh, my camera. So you didn't see some of that, so that's good. I think this camera is having some problems. I think this is why I discontinued it in the first place. Now that I remember. Here, let's come back over here real quick. Technical difficulties and all that. So your card is in fact on here. It is right here. The eight of diamonds. Just like we planned. We didn't want to set you up to fail, right? Now, here's what we're gonna do this time. So I know obviously your card, it was on there. It was destined to be on there because all of the cards are on there. But what if we could do a little bit further? What if we take that a step further? You picked a low card this time. So let's see if we can find, what is that? The Jack of Hearts, and it's Santa Claus. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Now my phone has been here. You saw that in the camera when it was working. The phone has been here the whole time. And your card has been on my phone the whole time. Look at that. The Jack of Hearts has been on my phone the entire time that we've been here. Look at that. Jack of Hearts. If I can get it to focus. There it is. Jack of Hearts. We got it. So yeah, that's a nice little trick that I like to do that includes the phone. And I want to talk about a little bit of magic theory behind it. So if you guys enjoyed the presentation of it, even though there was a little bit of a snafu there, which I don't think you saw it because the camera messed up, but hey, even better, right? But let's talk about what this entails. Now, this is the behind the scenes version. So if you do want to learn a little bit more about what I do, this is $25 for this. Okay. And I have the phone which I carry, and again, this is me talking magic theory. This is me talking how I did the trick, how I set it up, all that stuff. So it does include an app. Go figure. But you don't necessarily have to do that if you really wanted to force a card with the deck. But if you wanted to, and there is a better app out there for iPhone, so you know. So, but we don't have that. So I start with this in my back pocket, and I start with this in probably my front pocket. Now, what ends up happening is I preset the app, which the app only works for any face card. So keep that in mind. So it's really nice if they freely chose a non-face card. Then you say, hey, you know what? You did a great job with that first selection. Why don't we go to the opposite end of the spectrum this time and go with a more noticeable card like a face card? So, or if they chose a face card, you can say, it's really interesting, that all the cards were on here, so you couldn't really fail. But I couldn't fail either because I had your card already on my phone. Boom. Multiple outs kind of situation. That's just how you handle that. But what I like about it is this. There is magic that I do with my pockets, and the phone takes up pocket space. So when I take the phone out of my pocket for this trick, because the first trick that I'll do is my wearable magic with my ring. So I can break into the magic scene with just my hands. I can just start doing magic without reaching into pockets, without doing anything. I just start doing magic with my ring. Boom, done. So it's quick, it's flashy. Then I can start reaching into my pockets and start unloading stuff from my pockets in a very normalized way because I'm introducing these prompts, but also you carry these things all the time. You're like, hey, I just got this brand new wallet the other day and it's black, right? But then I go into the thing where it's, oh yeah, this is the brown wallet. Sorry, I got confused, right? So now I got the brown wallet, and it goes green and red and all that. So you do end up getting the color change, which is a good popping moment. Then I introduce my next trick with the card, and then that introduces the phone, which there's so many other things you could do with the phone if you really wanted to mess around with the phone. You could do other things with the phone after that. But at this point, like, I did have another app that I kind of lost on another phone that I wanted to get because it's an app that lets me put stuff onto the phone digitally and to take it off the phone. So once I did the card reveal, I could pop over to the other app and say, you know what, I also does anybody else pay with tap pay digital money, right? Hey, take a look at this. And you click the phone and you get a little coin or something that shows up on the phone. And then you can uh, pull that off the phone. It'll disappear from the phone and now it's in your hand. And then I can introduce my coins. So that's one way to do that. Or let's say you really wanted to take it a step further. You could somehow have like a system where you could grab their card that they selected because you've already forced a face card. So that cuts down your options considerably in the deck. So granted, however you do that, you could just force face card and then you could have a face card prepared to produce from your phone. And then now they actually have the card in their hand that they selected, freely chose. you know, so that's kind of a way that you could handle that. And this is something that's very important because we're talking about transitioning as you go through your magic and as you go into pocket management. By taking out my phone, I can now use my pockets for my magic without getting them caught up. Because here's what I dislike about the phone: there's a lip here, and there's a lip here. Oops, not even showing you. Lip here, lip here. So when you pull the phone out of your pocket, it clips stuff and things fall out. I'm sure I've lost stuff like this. So you got to be very mindful of what you're putting into the pocket with your devices, or you can have an isolated pocket. Like if you've got a chest pocket, this is only for my phone. My phone goes here. So when I take that out, I know I'm safe. If you did want to have a load or something with it, then be mindful of that, because there is that opportunity. If you had a card in your pocket, then when you take your phone out, you can clip the card. So there is an opportunity for that. So this is a great way to produce magic with the objects that you're already carrying on your person. This wallet is a minimalist wallet with 2 slots. That's all you're gonna get, and you're probably only gonna be able to fit maybe a card, maybe 2 in there. So I just keep it my license I have on me every single day, and a playing card that I can do for a joke or gimmick. Now, I did think about I have the 52 and 1, which is great, but I've also thought about just putting a joker in there, because it'd be like just as a throwaway, because I have had this happen where I'm like, I got a card, can you guess what it is? And they're like, Joker. And I'm like, see, that's a missed opportunity, because the Joker's not on there. So you really have to consider, am I going to play it that way? So it's a joke. It's like, I can't really read your mind. I couldn't predict the future here. These are tricks. So I'm a funny man. That's what I'm doing. I'm having fun, right? So it's a joke. So I've considered that option, but I do like the more finer classical stuff too. So this one's a nice one, and so I kind of go back and forth on which one I want to go with, and maybe if I have like a customized Joker card, or maybe I do a business card where the back looks like a playing card, so then I'll be like, well, actually, this is just my business card. Here you go. Just you can go ahead and hang on to that. So that's probably a way to go as well. So just thinking about being mindful about what you're carrying in your pockets, being mindful about the magic that you can do, because I'm sure if you're doing magic, then you're probably going out and practicing as I'm carrying stuff constantly to practice with. And I bring up lately, like, there's some great resources. Craig Petty states, if you're going to be a magician and you're going to be in public, then you should carry magic on you. Now, I've heard vastly different principles. I've heard of magicians saying, "No, I'm not here for magic. I'm here because I'm with my wife or my husband or whatever. I'm working. I'm not working. I'm on my time. So I don't carry anything because I shut that off." And I would feel like that's almost like the difference between somebody who's performing versus somebody who's living the lifestyle. And those are two different options. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And so it's just nice sometimes that if you identify as a magician, then you should be able to do magic no matter what the environment that you're in. So if you say, and this was his pet peeve, because I'm locking these in, it's their opinions, but there's validity to them, is if you identify as a magician and you say, oh no, I don't have my props on me, well, then you've just lost credibility as the magic man. You've lost credibility as the person producing magic, because I can't do magic without my sleeves, things like that. You should be able to. This was a great example from, I think, back in the early days of the Magic Guys with Jason and Josh, is that they adopted this principle, and I think it was some other people as well that at the time, they talk about this a lot. Let's say you're a card guy, and you can do all the good stuff, right? And somebody says, can you show me a coin trick? No, I can't. I can't do any coin magic. Wrong answer, right? Now, sure, you could say, hey, I'm a card guy. That's what I do. Sorry. And that's fine. You're just a person. But what if you could? What if you could? What if you could take their coins, produce real magic, and then give them the coin back and say, okay, now back to the card stuff. Then you've just done something that's mesmerizing, because it's off script, it's improv, it's not prepared. Like, they don't know any of that. Like, they just know that you can do magic no matter what's asked of you, and it gives you a wider range. So just something to consider, and something to keep in mind is that if you're going to be carrying something on your person, look into the magical application of it. for instance, and we're going to leave you with this here real quick. We're going to leave you with all of the goodies here. Make sure that you're checking out my giveaway that's happening, because there's a giveaway happening on the channel right now for 12 decks of cards. Check it out. Give them away. But I've been looking into chroma knives, which are color changing knives, which are a great thing if you carry pocket knives. Why not? Why not carry the knives with you? But then you can do magic with them too. So that's just another little tidbit, is that you can probably find magic for anything that you're already carrying. If you're into magic, you're into like the EDC carry, and you want to perform on the streets, then try to find some really mundane, non-magical items that you can perform stellar magic with, and that will baffle the minds of the people, because they're not expecting you to be able to pull off this whole-on magic performance right in front of their eyes on the street or restaurant or wherever you happen to be. So just keep that in mind, and yeah, click all the buttons. There's giveaways happening on this channel. There's giveaways happening on the Magic channel until tomorrow. The Magic channel is giving away a Halloween gift box, so you're gonna want to check that out. And yeah, there's so much stuff happening all over the place. Keep your mind open for that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this trick today. I did it once and then completely forgot about it, so I figured we'd come back to it at the end. And I'm going to go ahead and send it over to Other Me for the sign-off. So thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. But of course, this is a magic channel, so we do want to end off with a little bit of magic. This is one of my absolute favorite magic tricks. It is the ring thing. Yes, the ring thing. Alternatively, if we were to do it with the other hand, you'd be able to see the loophole. Yeah, the loophole. Now all we gotta do is just shake our hand a little bit. No, not this hand. This hand. Boom, baby. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really does help out the channel. And of course, click the recommended video just for you. Yes, just for you. And don't forget, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. And we'll see you in the next one.